guess I want to talk about beliefs. I guess that's all that I can share is what I believe. But really, I think what I prefer now is, what I'd like to understand is the truth. And, my beliefs are my best effort at creating a kind of crude outline of what seems true to me. And I guess choosing between my beliefs and what's really the truth, I would prefer the truth. And so I'm sharing my thoughts and I guess I understand intellectually that the self is just a construct. The self doesn't exist. And so therefore I also understand intellectually that, and really experientially as well, that there's no me that creates my thoughts. And there's no separate me. So I guess what I understand intellectually about, experientially I feel separate from the universe. I feel completely separate. But what I understand intellectually, what makes real sense to me intellectually, is that there is no self, that the self, this physical body, if we look at it in its correct context, over time and over space, is kind of, it's much less like a separate thing and much more like a wisp of smoke, and mixes together with the rest of the universe, which flows around like wisps of smoke as well. And if that's the case, then what are the thoughts that are coming through this wisp of smoke? And I guess I don't want to protect my ideas, but I do want to share them. And not put them into competition with other ideas, but to allow them to be changed naturally in the interaction with other ideas, the way wisps of smoke change. When two wisps of smoke interact, they naturally change one another, and it's natural. It's not violent. It's not it just naturally happens involuntarily. And I guess that's just what I'd like to see in the world, and what I'd like to, I guess that's what actually happens in the world anyway. I just like to change my perception, and I guess, allow my own thinking to join into that process and invite other people to come along as well, and let's see if we can let go of this thing called belief so that we can move towards this other thing called truth. I guess the first thing I'd like to say about that is I guess the purpose, the thing about a true idea is that it will bring about agreement between minds. It's not about disagreement, and disagreements just a tool for producing agreement ultimately, because a true idea is something which, when it's shared between minds, it compels acceptance. But the problem is the first thing that happens when you talk about truth is people go, well, what's truth? And of course, we don't know what the truth is, or we wouldn't be arguing about it. But I think even like 1 + 1 = 2, you could even make an argument that that's not a true idea. So I think what we really need is helpfulness. We need ideas that are helpful, and I think 1 + 1 = 2. Okay, we can say it's not a true idea maybe, but I think it's a genuinely helpful idea for this situation that we find ourselves in. It's a helpful idea, and I guess rather than talk about truth, I'd like to talk about stepping into helpfulness, into helpful ideas, discovering together ideas that are ever more helpful and that hopefully do approximate more and more closely what really is true. So yeah, that's what I feel to say at the moment.